work is going on in the third and final phase of the Egyptian Museum project. The phase of the project extends for 40 months and the museum is expected to be open in 2015. And here to talk to us more about the museum and the construction works, and of course the soft opening which is set to begin in August of 2015, is Dr. Hussein Baseir, the General Director of the Grand Egyptian Museum. Hello, Doctor.
Hi, how are you?
I'm fine.
Hello, Mr. Abdel Basir or Dr. Abdel Basir. First of all, talk to us about this particular unique project and the general idea about the GEM as a major national project. How was it founded?
As you know, this is a long process. This project was conceived to be the latest version of Tahrir Square Museum, the Egyptian Museum in Tahrir Square. You may probably know that the first Egyptian museum was based in Balak and then moved to Al-Giza and to Tahrir afterwards, and this was the last stage. So here we are building for Egypt and the whole world the 21st century version of Tahrir Square Museum. As you know, the museum there is very crowded in a very problematic area, especially after the revolution. So we were thinking of having a good location to be in a very new and unique environment, and to be connected to one of the wonders of the world, the Great Pyramid, Giza. So the location was wisely chosen to be reflecting that importance of the museum and also of the great legacy of Egypt as a unique civilization since ancient times up till now.
Well, Doctor, we know as well that a lot of the artifacts in the old Egyptian museum or the current Egyptian museum are being transferred or will be transferred to the Grand Egyptian Museum in the near future, maybe in the next couple of years. How would that affect the old Egyptian museum?
So
what is going to be showed there?
Yes, I think the Tahrir Square Museum, the old one, will be dedicated for the masterpieces of ancient Egyptian art. So we will mainly transport around 70% of the whole thing from there, especially the treasures of Tutankhamun collection. Around 5,000 pieces will be housed here. Plus, there's a new museum called NEMEC, National Museum of Egyptian Civilization, at Fustat in ancient Cairo, close to Amr ibn al-As Mosque. And the mummies will be
also being constructed now.
Yes, it's under construction nowadays, and this museum also will be one of the great landmarks of Egypt, Egyptian culture, civilization, and tourism. And this one will house the royal mummies of the New Kingdom. So what will be left there, as I said, will be only like a few masterpieces to reflect the history of Egyptology, the history of archaeological excavation in Egypt, and maybe also be a place for kids, for educational mesolological education for kids. Especially it's very close in the downtown area, and can be reached by.
Were these masterpieces defined or specified, which are going to be staying?
Yes. You should cover like the whole chronological timetable of ancient Egyptian history. From pre-dynastic up till the Greek-Roman era. And here also we'll have Tutankhamun collection, as I said, plus a gallery for every stage which ancient Egypt passed from prehistory up till the Greek-Roman era, plus another one, we call it a grand staircase, and this will be for the famous pharaohs, the famous noble and famous characters from ancient Egypt. What we are doing now is the last and third phase of the whole project, and this phase contains the construction of the museum building, and we also will transport the artifacts from several sites and museums all over Egypt. We already have almost 10,500 pieces stored here in our magazines in the conservation center, the Grand Egyptian Museum Conservation Center. And these pieces nowadays, people from our team are working on conserving them, and afterwards they will be transferred through this tunnel behind you to the site itself, I mean to the museum. So we are working on the soft opening, as you said, and this very important. Will be opening 3 galleries, main galleries. The grand staircase, as I said, it will contain the masterpieces of Egyptian pharaohs, novels, I mean great ladies from ancient Egypt, as well as we have 2 galleries for Tutankhamun collection. And as you may know, Tutankhamun collection at the Tahrir Square Museum is displayed in around 1,500 meters. Here it will be displayed in 7 times as the size of the Tahrir Square Museum. So this gave us another space to display each piece like in almost like 2 square meters or so, to give the visitor the space and imagination to see these displayed in a wonderful way, as not like as they are now. They are now stored as you need, like in a very crowded area. So this is for Tutankhamun, and we have another gallery, and it gives you an idea about the chronological timetable of Egyptian history from pre-dynastic. I mean, you can say from 5000 BC, I mean the Neolithic period, up till the Greco-Roman era before the Arab invasion of Egypt at that time.
Doctor, you mentioned the location of the Grand Egyptian Museum is right near or not next to the pyramids.
Yes.
The Grand Pyramid in specific. What are the other advantages of the location of the Egyptian Museum?
Yeah, the thing is, I think in the future we may have a new triangle of tourism. So the Grand Egyptian Museum will be like the main angle of this triangle, plus the pyramids area and the NIMC, the National Museum of Egyptian Civilization, because the mummies will be there. The location here was chosen carefully, and as you may know, we will have also a route leading from here to the pyramid, the Giza Plateau up there, and this will be like a very significant one, and it will be done according to the latest ways of technology, and also to have a good means to link this museum with the Giza Plateau, and this, I think, one of the great advantage of the location of the project here.
Right. Dr. Abdel Basir, what about financing this mega project, and is there a fundraising campaign that was raised to be able to assist in funding that project? And after funding the project, what about the awareness or the marketing campaign that would launch for that mega project?
Yes, as you may know, this project is funded by a Japanese loan from JICA, around $300 US, and also funded by the Egyptian government revenues from tourism. And we start soon a fundraising campaign. We have a company working for us to direct the project, and this company in charge of launching a very important and international fundraising campaign. Well, I think we'll starting this month or the next month, hopefully, and it will be through Europe, the US, and Far East, and maybe the Gulf area to get the rest. So up till now, as you may know, we almost have half of the project, I mean, in terms of money. So we still we still want to work very hardly on the rest of the money. I mean, the other half, around 4 million US dollars. So the total budget of the project, 800 million US dollars.
So what about the expected revenues of the project?
Yeah, as you know, the Tahrir Square Museum before the revolution used to receive around 3 million visitors a yearly. This one, I think we expect almost 8 million yearly, and we have also here another activity. It's not a museum in all terms of this word. It's the museum according to the recent trends of museology. So you can come here You can eat, you can shop, you can watch a movie, you can buy
Complete
whatever.
experience.
Yeah, so it's not only, it's like a complex of many things. It's not only the museum. So you have cafeteria, you have theater, 3D theater, you have cinemas, you have mall, and you have gift shop, and this is very important. If you visit like British Museum and you buy a scarf or anything from
You
there,
have
you may,
miniatures of
yes,
the,
with signature of the museum plus the replicas which will sell. I think this will bring a lot of money to Egypt at that time.
Right.
Plus also it gives you another opportunity to have many jobs. During the construction period we have almost 15,000 job opportunities.
Yeah,
And
we're
after
gonna
opening,
touch on the job opportunities in detail later on, but let's talk about a very important procedure or step that you people have taken. You have transferred the statue of Ramses II
yes,
from Ramses Square. What's going to happen to Ramses Square then? And tell us about the procedure. What
yes.
did you have in?
Yeah, this is, as you may know, happened in 2006.
Mhm.
We transferred the statue of Ramses II from Ramses Square in the downtown area
Why did you do that?
because we would like this statue to be receiving the visitors of the whole museum when the museum opens in 2015. So as you know, Ramses II is one of the greatest pharaohs, if he was not the most important and famous pharaoh from ancient Egypt. He's famous all over the world. He ruled Egypt for a long time. He had so many kids, I mean girls and sons. He had many wives. So this guy was very, did a treaty, a peace treaty between Egypt and the Hittites. Probably was the first one in history. So Ramses II has his own important position in Egyptian history, and
So it's going to be the leading character here.
yes,
in the museum.
yes, and also in the whole humanity history. So it's very important to have Ramses, and really we are planning to have his daughter Merit Amon to be beside him, also receiving the visitors of the museum. But really, it's in Akhmim area in Sohag, and it's not easy to bring it transfer from there to here. So we said, okay, Ramses is fine. We may think about something else, but if Ramses is staying alone, that would be fine. And also to save it from the pollution all over there in the downtown area. And it's a very huge one. We will put it in the area called Atrium. It's when you enter the museum, you find this statue in the entrance.
Right.
But doctor, what about the theater that you said is going to be set here in the Grand Egyptian Museum? You said that there will be a cinema or a theater.
Yes.
Will be there plays or operettas talking about the ancient Egyptians or the pharaohs? You know, just ancient eras.
Yes.
Talking about the kings and queens of the Egyptians, the ancient Egyptians. Will that be happening here in the Grand Egyptian
Yeah,
Museum?
to be honest with you, we would like to revive ancient Egypt again. So we can do this through crafts, production, documentary movies, and through other means as well. But the thing is, as you know, this is a huge museum, and to keep this museum running, you should have money. So the running cost of the museum will be high. So you should have other, and this I think will be done commercially, according to something like what is happening now at the Library of Alexandria. So we may bring like international companies to run this, because as you know, this is something is not in our scope or our interest, but it's very important to have this done in a proper way, to bring good money in a very professional way, to run this institution. And really we are not looking for money, but really we look for this museum to be a very scientific institution, culture, for entertainment, for amusing the tourists, and also for the local, I mean the people of Egypt, and also for the foreigners. And will be also for a good place for Egyptologists all over the world. It is the huge and most important museum of Egyptology all over the world now. It's like the Metropolitan British Museum, the Louvre Museum, very huge. And really every foreigner, I mean a colleague, a scholar coming to visit, really they are amazed. But we, with what we do, by what we do so far, even we visit only the GMCC, and the GMCC almost like 5,000-6,000 square meters of the whole project. The whole project is almost 500,000 square meters, 1570. hidden. The same size of the Great Pyramid, the same size of the Giza Zoo.
Right. Well, I've had the chance to see the Museum of Natural History in New York,
Yes.
Manhattan, and they really didn't have much of substance to exhibit, but it's overwhelming and so great. And
Yes.
we here we might possess 20,000 times much
Yes.
much more than they have. So let's talk about the cultural programs. But they have cultural programs inside it. They have informational texts to the people and the visitors. They have educational
Department.
programs to the
Yes.
people. So did you take any role model from museums like that? Let's talk about the cultural programs included.
As you know, it's not only a museum for archaeology or for artifacts or for antiquities. It's a museum, as I said, according to the recent trends of museology. So we have a big department for culture, artistic activities here. So you can like do painting, some people doing music concert, some movies, some theater. It's a mix between the museum as a house for artifacts and also a museum as a place for entertainment and also to educate people. This is our mission here, to keep the message of Egypt alive, to teach people how great the ancient Egyptians were.
Doctor, you've said that the construction of the Grand Egyptian Museum is actually making available 15,000 job opportunities for young
During the
people.
time of the
Yes.
construction.
So what about after finishing the construction?
It's almost 5,000 job opportunity, and this is a huge number, and really it will be it's a good time for choosing the best Egyptian youth from every discipline. I mean, we need engineers, we need archaeologists, conservators, creators, financial people, administrators, and lots workers, security. So it's a huge facility, and many people will be working here. And we do this project to keep pushing the Egyptian economy, to keep the message of Egypt alive, to show the people that the Egyptian who built this pyramid can do something in the 21st century equal to that unique thing which their ancestors did.
Right, Dr. Abdel Baseir, also there is an important question. Well, we can notice a lot of confidence on your side. You're so certain of what you're doing. How do you expect the Grand Egyptian Museum to be able to compete with international museums like the Metropolitan, like the Louvre, the British Museum, the Guggenheim? There are lots of very popular museums and well-established and museums that have history that goes back, but don't possess the same valuable artifacts as we do.
Yes. So as you know, you can find like Egyptian artifacts everywhere, but you don't find the same quantity and the quality of what we have in Tahrir Square Museum. So you don't have Tutankhamun any place else except at Tahrir Square. So this museum will be unique with this Egyptian sense of history and the Egyptian amazing and unique aura of beauty and like I studied Egyptian history. I studied Near Eastern archaeology as well at Johns Hopkins University in the U.S. But the thing is, nothing can attract you more than Egyptian artifacts. I said also Greek or art and Roman, but really something unique. You don't know, but something unique attracts you to Egyptian artifact, and this is the thing which pranks people from everywhere to come and visit Egypt. Although we send like exhibition abroad, but really it's important to see the people of Egypt and Egypt as a land, to know how the Egyptians now and also in the past were and still are great.
Dr. Hussein Abdel Baseir, the General Director of the Grand Egyptian Museum, thank you very much for being
Thank
with
you
us
so much
today.
for coming, and I hope that museum will be done soonish, and you can come and to the ceremony, I mean the opening ceremony, and also through Nile TV, and everybody all over the world can watch it through you. Thank you.
Right, same here.
Thank you.
Thank you. Best of luck.
Now it's time to go out for a quick break, and we'll be right back again with you. So stay tuned.